Welcome back to the HUD, everyone. I'm Zacharoni, and sorry this one was late. There were other games I was playing that caught my eye, and the story was a long time to complete, given that I got a full-time job as well, really. Anyway, I always wanted to go to Japan. Why? Well, it's got interesting set pizzas, culture to learn about, and it's got a lot of arcades that they have to offer, ranging from creative ones, crazy ones, and ones that haven't been released in our country. Plus, I want to see the differences between Universal Studios Japan to Universal Studios Orlando. Oh, and also Nintendo Land, which will be completed soon. But anyway, back to Judgment, a spin-off that takes place in the Yakuza universe, and right off the bat, Kamurocho feels alive and active, with civilians populating the streets and arcade cabinets with full working games that I can play. But I wish my character would apologize to anyone he bumped into, because that's what I did every time I made my character come into contact with a random bystander. However, the streets are also filled with dangerous men, and that's where I need to defend myself. Now, I haven't played any Yakuza games before, but I do know that Judgment takes elements from that series. I looked it up on the internet, and one of them is the combat, where Yagami has a light attack and a heavy attack that can be chained together. And then there are the fighting styles, where I can switch from the crane that is good against a group of enemies, and the tiger, which is good for one-on-one battles, especially against bosses. But while the attacks have some impact, and the enemy variety keeps things interesting, it started to get tiresome, where I kept using bicycles for self-defense, and then I should keep using my ES gauge to finish them off. Plus, the tail-end sections, which I've mistakenly called them stock-in sections, where I need to follow a suspect to find critical information without being seen, start to lose some steam when I didn't let the meter fill up at least once. Except for Chapter 12, mainly because that the suspect unexpectedly came back after going around the corner. But that didn't stop me from playing, no. I kept playing because I want to see what happened in the story, which started off finding one person who had killing Yakuzas, and then it turned into something big a few chapters later. And by the time I got near the final slice, the stakes were high and everyone was against me, making me think how is Yagami gonna get out of this one. Also, I'm aware that this is the second time they include English voice acting in the Yakuza games since the first one, and they do a pretty good job delivering the lines here. And while everyone says that it's best to play this game in the Japanese dubs, I refuse. I have no time for reading while playing. I only want to hear how to pronounce the names and words in English and use them in my videos. At least that's my excuse anyway. And for the final slice, well, it was satisfying, ending with a humorous credit scene involving a cat, but getting there was frustrating because it was throwing everything at me. And then it ends with a boss fight that pulled a rabbit out of his hat, and I have to beat him again with more attack power. But luckily, I managed to have one item that slowly regenerates my health back, and then I use my ES gauge with random furniture to do special damage, giving me an instant win. Plus, side cases are enjoyable to go through, with ones like finding an employee that's gone missing, to silly ones like getting a celebrity's hat back for him, and others involve creepers who will steal panties, touch ladies' hot crosses, and ones with Spider-Man power to peek on relationships. Yes, this is real. And that's not counting the civilians I run into that I can be friends with. Like there's this one old-timer named Kunio Ichinos, who is the president of a steakhouse franchise secretly disguised as a staff member in one of his restaurants to supervise his employees, who believe that the customers come first in order for a good success. And besides, he owns a steakhouse franchise, giving me another reason to go to Japan, because it's not always about sushi. They got more food type that you can choose from. In fact, I probably might want to watch Food Wars when I get the chance, just to know what they might serve over there really. So to wrap this up, I enjoyed Judgment with its story, side cases, and civilians with interesting lives, but with its worn out and welcome combat, it's not worth starting the game all over again. And with that, that's your second helpings of Judgment. I hope you appreciate my opinions, and if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, and I'll see you next time.